Alright, welcome to the channel. Today I have a very first for you from the channel. Now I traveled from Ohio to Oklahoma to take part in my very first Bigfoot expedition. I'm very excited to show you all about it. So in a minute you're going to see a dirt road. We're going to be driving on a dirt road, and we drove on that dirt road for a good 10 miles. And then another 2 to 3 miles back on another road that was even rougher, full of rocks and hills, and it was really hard to get back in there. The reason why I'm telling you guys that is because I want you to have in your mind while you watch this video how remote this location was. We really were all alone out there. Alright, let's get to it. This is night 1. Alright, look where I am today, everybody. I am at the airport on my way to Oklahoma to go out into the woods, look for this beast, this creature. Can't wait to get down there. Going down there with David from Bigfoot and more. I'll take you and I'll show you some more when we get on the plane. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, as we kept going further and further back in this wilderness, I couldn't help but think of the account that I gave on my channel a while ago from the 1800s, where there was a band of Bigfoot that would capture humans and eat them. Now a man named Joshua LaFleur and some Native Americans named the Tubies went hunting these creatures and killed 3, but not before one of them ripped Joshua LaFleur's head off. But the other creatures escaped. They only killed 3. And we are going into this location where this supposedly happened. So yeah, your boy's got that on his mind a little bit, that's for sure. Alright, so you guys can't really see anything, but that's the point. I'm going to show you the moon up there through the trees. And here's David. Say hello, David. They can't see you, but...
How's it going?
David from Bigfoot and More right there. But this is how dark it is down here in his spot. Just wanted to show you guys so you guys could appreciate it. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the sky one more time so you see that I'm not messing around. And look. Darkness, 360 degrees, darkness. This place is super squatchy. All right, so here we are at the campsite, Dave. This is your famous spot, man, and I'll tell you guys, look how squatchy it looks. Look at these huge boulders. Goes up that hill right there, down into a valley down there.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. But the video I made where I was out here by myself and something stopped, stepped behind a rock.
Yeah.
The rock right there is where the thing crouched behind.
Wow.
And that's when I made the comment that I'm not going up there.
You're not going to go up there, huh?
Well, then I did.
Yeah. I don't blame you. You're by yourself, weren't you?
It's just been so dry here.
Sure.
This year. Normally, all these ferns are just green and they're just dried up. We're in a burn ban now. Said on the news that this is the driest summer we've had since the 1930s.
1930s.
Here in Oklahoma. So normally you're here, there's a lot of green undergrowth, and it's just all dried and dead. So creek's dried up, so I don't know if we might find a hole to fish in a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's going to be good luck on that. But yeah, this is my favorite spot when I solo camp to come.
And I'm going to tell you guys, the camera does no justice to this area. Tomorrow during the day, you know, I'll get better shots for you that you can see better. But like I've saw Dave's videos from home, watching them, and when I'm here, I'm kind of flabbergasted at the area. It's really, really squatchy.
Just to give you a perspective, this way goes up a mountain, and it's you can't really tell it from here, but it's a long ways to the top. And then you go over that, and it's about another 20 or 30 miles before you hit anything else.
Wow.
Now down there, it goes down into, if you've seen my videos with Cornell,
Yeah.
Hanratty, who has the No Such Thing podcast, down there it goes down into those bottoms where we're going to go as soon as we get our camp kind of situated. We're going to go down there and take a look tonight.
Yep.
And we're kind of midway down this ridge because we just came off the top of the ridge. We topped it from below, and then this is a little ways down. So we're about midways between the top of the ridge this way and the bottoms down there. And over here behind us, if you go down that, it drops down a good 50 feet or so down into a creek bottom there. Now this is the same place we were camping with my son Elijah, let's see, the March before last, down here where what we presumed to be a Sasquatch came and stood beside Cornell's tent.
Wow.
And up the ridge there, we were hearing wood knocks up there. We were hearing rock clacks answering down in the creek below us. And when Cornell, he set a recorder out in the woods, and when he got it back home to Massachusetts, he found out that he had recorded a very loud whoop and wood knock from that as well. So hopefully now, since Will has flown all the way down here from Ohio, we'll have something interesting happen either tonight or tomorrow night.
That's right. I mean, the trip is worth it just to see this place, you know?
To me, it's worth it just to be down here.
Absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly with that. This place is kind of shocking me, actually, guys.
This is where I come solo camp, like, quite often.
By himself out here, guys.
Never get tired of it. Beautiful area.
Yeah, it definitely is. All right, we're going to set up camp. I'll get back to you. All right, so we're out here. You guys can see how pitch black dark it is. I'm going to turn the light on really quick. There's Dave. There's where we are. But we're walking down here in the dark. Yeah, in the dark. It's hard to see where I'm going. But Dave's been telling me about a bunch of stories, encounters that he's heard around this area. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about it. Let me try to catch up with him. All right, here we are. So Dave, what brought you to this spot?
This area down here, the first time I came down here would have been in the late summer of 2002.
Yeah.
And it was investigating sighting by a man on horseback. It was a fella he breaks horses for a living. As far as I know, he still does. But he had been riding on this same trail through here.
Sure.
And he said about 50 yards ahead of him, this Sasquatch walked out into the trail in front of him. Wow. And when it saw him, it darted back into the woods. So I came down here and scouted the place out with the people that had told me about it.
Yeah.
And then the next March, which would have been March of 2003, me and a friend of mine named Brian Baker, that's a fellow Bigfoot enthusiast, if you will, that I've known for most of my life, came down here. And earlier in the evening, when we were fishing, it was still daylight. Something was pacing us along the creek, which is down there, and whistling. And we first thought it might be a person, but it was a strange whistle, kind of like imagine the closest thing I can relate it to is like when a tea kettle and the water starts to boil and the whistles kind of builds up. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
And anyway, we just made note of it. Later that night in camp, well, before that, actually, before what I'm going to say next happened, we were in the same area that you and I are in right now, Will.
Yeah.
Up there, and something was throwing pebbles off of the hill toward the road where we were at.
Wow.
And just up the slope from us.
Sure.
And then later in camp, after midnight, we were both awakened by a large, loud crash. And when we went and looked, something had bounced a rock off of a tree just outside our camp, about 20 foot from where we were sleeping. And the rock probably weighed 25, 30 pounds. I mean, it's a pretty good sized rock. And it had bounced it off of this tree outside camp. Needless to say, we did not go back to sleep that night.
Yeah,
So,
no kidding.
but the next morning, we actually found footprints, and one of them was decent enough to cast. It was full of water, but I was able to get a lot of the water out of the track using paper towels, laying them in there, and we got a pretty decent cast off of it.
So do you still have that cast?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, from what it was in, underwater and stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell it's a very human-like footprint, wider, flat. But ever since that time, I've been coming down here pretty much every year. This summer, not as much as usual because it's been so hot this year and dry. This is the first time I've been here since late July. And of course, it's nice down here right now. We're in these but creek bottoms right now below our camp. And this is the same area where me and my son Elijah and Cornell, who has the No Such Thing podcast YouTube channel, came down the March before last when, he actually recorded some whoops and tree knocks and rock clacks, stuff like that we were hearing coming on. Now down here in these creek bottoms, it's really dark.
All right, Dave's gonna do a couple rock clacks. All right, so we're back at camp, and we're just sitting here in the dark. We just came back from a walk down in the bottoms down there. And it's about, 11 o'clock, 11:30 maybe. And we're just sitting here quietly, seeing what might happen. Maybe we'll get a visitor. Maybe we'll hear a tree knock. We got Dave over there eating some jerky. I'm gonna turn the light on really quick so you guys can see, and then turn it back off. So this is where we are. And there's buddy Dave, and here I am right here. But this is what we're doing. We're looking out here in the dark. Wow. So we're walking down into the area where we heard that noise by our camp.
Look at these rocks. Something could be hiding. Could have been hiding behind that.
Oh, absolutely. Wow.
I'll walk these spider webs there.
Sure.
Yeah, see this right here?
Yeah.
We were at the bottom of that looking up. That noise was coming from this area right here. It sounded like something just spaced through.
Wow, look at this area, guys. All these rocks. Plenty of areas for this creature to hide in. Nobody comes down here. Dave, tell them how far away we are from civilization.
Well, I mean, there's the occasional house, probably 3 or 4 miles from here. But as far as a town, we're 18 miles.
Yeah, we are out here.
We're in the Kiamichi Mountains.
Put it this way. He just closed his door and the horn went off, and I bet you no one heard us.
Oh, no.
Nobody heard it.
I'm looking for a sign of the rock being displaced as well.
There's rocks everywhere, though, yeah.
It was sound like that was what I was.
So you thought it was a rock rolling down through here, huh?
Well, it sounded like a rock being displaced, and a couple of times, not just the once.
Yeah.
So, and again, you know, that doesn't mean it was a Sasquatch.
Correct.
It's just noises that are happening in a place where I know there has been Sasquatch activity.
You said what?
I said it is a place where there has been Sasquatch activity ongoing for at least the last 2 decades that I've been investigating this area.
I mean, this place has it all, basically. Except for it's a little dry right now without the water, but there's still water down in the creek.
Yeah, there's a couple of holes. It's not completely dried up.
Yeah.
And we're right above one of them.
Yeah.
So there's the truck up there.
Yeah, that's where we're camping up there.
And anything approaching camp from this direction has rocks to hide behind if it wanted to watch us. Now, last summer when I was here is where something crouched behind a rock on the other side of camp over there. And I decided not to.
Yeah, you didn't want to go after it?
Go and look, being here by myself is cool. Yeah, this is the first time I've camped down here with, you know, somebody else in a while.
Yeah.
Last time I camped here that I wasn't solo camping was when, well, the March before last, when my son Elijah and Cornell come down. So that's been a while.
Sure. Now, how long do you think it goes that way, the way we're walking now? Miles and miles this way?
Yeah, I know it's...
There's a big ridge right up there, right?
Well, the next town would probably be, which is probably...
Did you hear that whistle?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, there's a bird right behind us.
Yeah. Probably 25 miles.
25 miles that way, guys.
So, yeah, we're literally in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, we are.
Which I like nowhere.
Yep.
Okay. Whatever was moving around out here is not now.
Yeah.
So I think our best bet is to go back to camp and kick back and listen.
Sure.
And take a look around in daylight and see if we can find any. Of course, as dry as it is, we're not going to find footprints.
No, I mean, it's so dry down there.
No, we can find impressions in the leaves.
Yeah.
Like, well, actually, like this right here. Which, you know, something like that. You never know. That's old, and it's a little bit bigger than my foot.
Yeah.
If you can make it out.
Yeah, from right here.
There would be a heel.
Yeah.
Up there, looks like.
And it comes up through here, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, it's a maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's, my point is, being in this leaf littering like this, that's about the best you're going to find.
Sure.
Something like that. And then find two impressions, anything like this. It's nice enough to find a muddy spot and step in it.
Yeah, or some nice sand, huh?
Yeah. think I might turn in and try to get a little bit of sleep.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, we're back to camp. All right, so I'm out here. I just made this noise, and we just got a response, but pretty far away. It was light, but you could hear it.
Hey, call it again. Do that call again.
Yeah, I'll do it again. All right, you guys listen. I'll try it one more time. I don't hear it that time. But we heard it before.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly what you did.
No.
It was a drawn out kind of...
I heard it twice.
Like a howl type deal? Or
It was.
a howl?
Well, something kind of like mimicking that. I heard it twice. Now, we didn't hear anything else after that, so we just went ahead and went to bed. But that was weird. When I was making that noise, we heard something really far away do it twice, but it was kind of mimicking me, but we couldn't record it. And that's the thing you guys have to understand. When you're on these expeditions, you're not just sitting there with your camera running 24/7. First of all, there's no electricity outlets. Yes, I have power banks and all that, but it takes time to charge things again. So you can't sit around and just record endlessly while nothing's going on and hope to hear something. What you do is you hear something and then you grab your camera or whatever you have and then quickly try to turn it on and then capture whatever's happening, but a lot of times it's too late, unfortunately. So for any new viewers, I have an interview with David, and I'll leave a link in the description for that. You guys can catch up with that if you want to go back and watch that. That sets up this whole area and tells you all about the area and who he is. And I can't wait to show you guys the next part of the series. Now you're going to see this area in complete daylight, really bright. We walk all around, so I'm going to show you this incredible area. So stay tuned for that. That's where we're going to leave it. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button right there for me. I really do appreciate it. Everybody, please leave me some comments and let me know what you thought about my first Bigfoot expedition video. Plenty of room to get better. Trust me, I've already got things on the way that are going to make the next expedition at the end of the month even better. That's for sure. Always remember, where there is a WILLSTAR, there is a way. WILLSTAR out.